Hello Niall, hello Thames, hello Danube. Miss Harper here. I'm just going to be introducing the story that we're basing our learning on for the next 2 weeks. If you look on the website, there are plans from the CLPE which are all about a book this week, and I'm just going to introduce the story. We're going to look at the cover and then we're going to spend a bit of time looking at the first page and thinking what the story might be about. Now, the book we're going to look at is called Bedtime for Monsters, and it's by somebody called Ed Veer. That's the author's name. Now, if we have a look at this monster on the cover, I wonder what you think about it. Doesn't look very scary to me. Looks strange, but not very scary. I'm just seeing, oh, it's definitely got strange ears. They do not look like our ears. It's got two little horns on the top of its head. It's got enormous big round eyes and a funny little nose that looks a bit like a fork to me. And then if we look at its claws, it's got claws on its hands and claws on its feet. And they're nice and pink, the same colour as its horns. What do you think it's holding? Can you see? It looks to me like it might be a monster teddy bear and a little knife and a little fork. And it's licking its lips. Now I wonder if it's a good monster or a naughty monster. And I wonder what it wants to do if it's licking its lips and holding a knife and fork. I'm not sure because I haven't read this book yet, so I'm going to have to find out with you. Now, the first page, we've got the monster's footprints coming along here. And then it says the title again, Bedtime for Monsters. And it's definitely the same shape as the monster on the front, but it's its silhouette. So it's just the dark outline as if it's standing in the shadows. Now, the story starts on this page. Here come the monster's footprints again. On to the next page, which is the same colour as the monster. And it says, do you ever wonder if somewhere not too far away there might be monsters? And this is the page we're going to have a look at. So we've got a whole page full of monsters here on this side, and then if we move over here we can see another one peeping out, and it says, because just supposing there are monsters. Now have a look at the monsters on this page. I'll hold it still so you can see it really carefully. I can see quite a lot of them. In fact, I'm going to try and count them. You hold the book like this. I'm going to point with my finger and I hope I get it right. So check, because I might miss one out by mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Have I missed one out? So you've got 14 monsters. Oh yes, there's one more peeping out of its cave. So 14 and one more makes 15 monsters all together. Which one is your favourite? Have a look at them. I quite like these ones because they're my favourite colour of blue. They look exactly the same. They look like twins. And they're wearing bow ties and belts, but not very much else. And also they've sort of got big pink mouths, which I think is quite nice. Which ones do you like? I also quite like this little scribbly one up at the top who's running in over the hills. Now I'm going to describe a monster and see if you can guess which one I'm thinking of. I'll make a picture of it in my mind so I can describe it. This monster is quite tall and it's a sort of dark greenish colour. It's got a rounded top to its head and it's got quite thick legs and arms. It's smiling and it reminds me a bit of a gherkin or a cucumber. And on top of its head It's wearing a little yellow hat. Right, have a look and see if you can see which one I was describing. It was this one here. Did you get it right? Why don't you have a go at describing one of the monsters to someone in your house and see if they can guess which one you were thinking of. If you use really good describing words, they should be able to guess it. Now, some of the monsters here are on their own, like this one, and some of them are in matching pairs, like the two blue ones here, or the two brown ones here. And we've also got these two ones that remind me a bit of dragons at the front. They both look the same shape, but they're different colours. And in fact, the red dragon monster is breathing red flames, and the yellow dragon monster is breathing yellow flames. And where the red and the yellow meet in the middle, the flames mix and turn into orange, just like when we're mixing paint. So those two are quite strange. Now, looking at the monsters' faces, do you think they look happy? Do you think they look sad? Do you think they look angry? Do they look scary? Don't know. I think most of them are looking quite happy, not all of them. Do you think you could make a monster face? I've been having a go practicing some monster faces. I'm going to show you 3 of my favourites. My first monster face I practiced is just a normal scary monster face. So like this, showing my teeth and showing my claws. Then I made a second monster face where I made my eyes cross like this. That's quite a strange monster face. And then I thought I might be able to make an even better monster face if I used my hands. So I'm pulling my face down like this and trying to smile at the same time. That is a really strange monster face. I think that is my favourite. If you have a look in the mirror, you can try some different monster faces to scare the people in your family with and see if they can make their own monster faces as well and who can be the best monster. Now, looking at this picture again, I can spot one monster all by itself, just peeping out. Look over here. Do you think this is where it lives? And do you recognise it? I think we've seen this one somewhere before. It's got those 2 funny little ears and it's got little pink horns on its head, pink claws, big, big round eyes. Looks like it might be smiling, and it reminds me of this monster on the cover, not even on the first page. I think it must definitely be the same one. Now, what do you think it's going to do? Do you think it's going to come out of its hole? Do you think it's going to join its friends? Do you think it's going to go back in and hide? I don't know. We're going to have to read the rest of the story to find out. But we're going to stop there for now. What I would love you to do is to have a look at some of the work on the CLPE lesson plan and draw me some pictures of monsters. Write me some descriptions of monsters. Maybe even make your own monster out of junk modelling materials you might have at home. There are loads of different ideas for activities, and we would love it if you could send your ideas by email to me, or Mr. Turner, or Miss Knight, or Miss Jarman. We would really, really love to see all your monstrous ideas. So we're looking forward to that. And next week, I'm going to be reading this story the whole way through to you so we can find out what happens at the end. I think there's also a link on the lesson plan to the author, Ed Veer, reading the story, so he'll probably be better at it than me, but we'll wait and see. All right, lovely to speak to you. Have a fun, monstery week and do us some amazing work to look at. Bye.